Hello everyone, welcome back to Katie's Budgeting Life. I am Katie, and today my video is going to be about how life happens. I was on a real high for setting up the trip and, for Florida, and I was doing really well with my money. The last video you guys just poured me with such sweet compliments about how I'm doing so well, and then I guess Murphy's Law hit and something happened. But I'm doing my best to try to make the right decisions. For all that have followed me, I don't have any credit cards at all. I'm in bankruptcy. This is my 4th month of being in bankruptcy, so I have to try to figure it out with what I have without feeling so defeated. But long story short, my AC went up in my car. Phil actually purchased me the thing that you can recharge your AC system or your cooling system or whatever, and then it's supposed to jump start it. Well, we tried that, it didn't work. So I ended up having to, let me actually get it out. I ended up having to get a diagnostic test because I also had to think about if this was a want or a need. And, I weighed my pros and cons, and to be honest, if it was just me, maybe I could get away with not getting my AC fixed. But I have my 4-year-old girl. I have my 13-year-old boy. Mason is all about basketball, going to the court, doing stuff outside. Ava is always, always, always hot whenever I pick her up from daycare. And it's Maryland. I live in Maryland. Our weather is all over the place. It can be over 100 degrees. It can be 60 degrees in the summer. It can be as humid as it's so unpredictable. And my thing is Mason and I are going to be going to Six Flags during the summer, and it's an hour and 10 minutes away from our house. So after a long day outside, and then we get in the car and it's just hot as can be, that's a safety hazard for me. It's just for driving and everything, I could pass out. To me, it just seemed like a need. I need to keep this car for a very long time because it is in my bankruptcy. So the goal is to keep this car for as long as possible. So I was like, this is definitely a need for me. I drive very far to work, and I just felt like I had to get it done. So where did that come from? Anyway, so after I figured out it was a need, I decided to look out on Facebook at our community pages within our neighborhood, and there was this guy that was offering to do repairs from home because he has a shop during the day, and then at home he would fix them, and they're usually cheaper to go to. So I did end up setting an appointment with them. They got me in. It was maybe 4 or 5 days because he does work during the day. So I ended up going to that. The diagnostic fee was $25. I don't think I got the right envelope out. I did take the $25 out of my, that was registration, out of my car maintenance envelope. So thankfully I had that. What am I doing here? Is it in here? Yeah. So I ended up taking the diagnostic fee out, so it was $25, it's $110. So then he ended up looking really far into it, but then at the end of the day, he told me that it was my compressor, which I had a feeling that that's what it was going to be. I had already looked up prices because I had, you go through videos, all kinds of stuff, trying to figure it out. So they basically gave me he sent me all these options for compressors. He told me which one would most likely work with my car and be the cheapest available, which was on Amazon. I saw that I did only have $100 and some in my car maintenance envelope. I was trying to figure out how I could do this, but basically this is basically, if you can see, I just go a lot into trying to figure out what to do. And I know I wasn't supposed to do this, but I really felt Afterpay. So I'm not allowed to, I guess, I don't know what happened with Afterpay, but everything else I'm not allowed to use, but Afterpay I can still use it. So I was looking into how much the part would be on Amazon, which they sent me that part. and then if I did Afterpay with it. And I looked and it came out to be like $177, which is really good. And I would have had to pay 4 payments of like, it was like 3 payments of 50, and then the last payment is like 30 or something or whatever. So I thought for that moment, I was like, that makes a lot more sense. I really can't get in trouble with that. I have to pay it. At the end of the day, he was going to charge me $150 for labor. And I was like, I have to have that in cash. And then we agreed that he only could do it on Saturdays. So we were going to do June 28th. So when I looked, I was like, okay, I have some money left in my wallet that I was going to do a video. I have my YouTube paycheck, and then I have one more paycheck. So I was like, okay, so with those 3 things, I have to have the labor in cash, and I have to make my first payment for the compressor, and then I have to get this stuff from AutoZone. So basically, I took the $50 out of my car maintenance, and I made the first payment to get the compressor. As you can see, so I had $50 first Afterpay. So that's $60 left. So then I did kind of do another video ahead of this because I'm trying to get myself ready for the vacation. So anyway, so then I looked and I was like, okay, if I can at least I had a good amount of money from my wallet. So I was like, I was going to be doing the stuffing. So I was like, okay, I really don't need to put all of that in, because I was going to do like a bigger payment to my attorney fee. But I was like, this is kind of more important. So I took that out and I was like, let me try to at least get another full Afterpay payment from my wallet. So when I did my wallet breakdown, I made sure that I was able to do that. So I said that'll be taken care of, and I won't owe another payment to Afterpay until July 1st. I hope you guys are following me here. So I was like, okay, once I do that, and you'll see in the next video, but you're going to see it here too. I did end up putting, this is a ad. I did end up putting $60 in, which would give me $120, and then I took the $50 out. So those 2 payments are done. I have $70 left in here, but I know that I need $150 for labor and $60. I looked it up on AutoZone, and it's $62.50. So let's just say $63 for the cabin filter and the Freon. So So I need $213, and then I saw that I was going to have $70 left. So I'm subtracting the 70, which gives me 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So 50, 11, 10. So yeah, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay. Right? 11. Yeah. So $143 is what I need left, right? $143 is what I need for the labor by the 28th, and then the AutoZone. So like I said, I went through it. I made sure I paid that. And then I knew that I need $143 between my YouTube paycheck and my paycheck. So I already actually did go into breaking down my May YouTube check. This is where I do all my breakdowns. And I changed it to 35, which I might have to actually do more, because now if I do 143 minus 35, that means 3, 12, 10, 9, 8. So I need 108 from my paycheck. So if I can swing that, cool. If I'm not able to get 108 from my next paycheck, because this is all tentative, I don't know what my actual amounts are going to be. I'm going to have to just take it from my emergency fund. So realistically, all in all, it is about $400, which isn't bad. But like I said, I'm not fully funded on my stuff yet. So this has been a little bit stressful, a little bit overwhelming, but as I think I'll be okay. I just wanted to kind of run down how I'm doing the whole money thing with you guys. So like I said, I have made 2 of my Afterpay payments already. The next one will be due July 1st. So my next check, not this one, like the last June check, but my first July check, I am just going to have to budget $50 for car maintenance and make that payment. So you guys will see that in my budgeting videos and my stuffings, because I still want to show that I'm putting the money towards that. But like I said, right now I have $70. I could go and try to just buy the Freon and the cabin filter. I will try to get maybe cheaper, but a lot of like the AutoZone, you have to spend more than $100, and I don't need to spend $100 to get a discount. I might see if Phil has any rewards, see if I can get it a little cheaper, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. So the next 2 checks after this one, I'm going to just budget $50 a paycheck to make the payments for car maintenance. I am probably going to have to get an oil change, like probably within this month too, so I have to think about that. But that's my plan. Like I said, if I can't swing the $108 in the next paycheck, I will take it out of my emergency fund, because this to me is an emergency. So yeah, I hope that all made sense. That was a lot, but I'm just kind of want you guys to know what's going on, you know, so you guys see where this money is all going. So hope that made sense. We're going to get through this. It's okay. Just one step at a time. I am about to leave for my trip. I recorded a little bit ahead so you guys can have some content while I'm gone. But hopefully that made sense. And I hope you all have an amazing weekend, wherever we're at. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next video. Bye-bye.